Hi.
Look at all of you, back from the underworld. Got pretty frantic on the comms towards the end there, but it sounded like this was a success. Got everything we need to put this plan in motion.
Kai's got all the samples in storage.
Ah, best place for them. Now, my connection might have gotten a bit fuzzy there, but do I have it right that Vae Victis knew about this damn plant?
That's what it sounded like.
Guess the old Admiral must have told someone what he learned. Even he's not clever enough to pull off an attack like that from the great beyond.
It's a bit more complicated than that.
He's alive under UC custody.
I'm sorry, what? He's pulling my leg, right? Adrian?
No, I don't believe he is.
So that means we have a suspect.
I believe that's exactly what that means. Look, Captain. Percival and I, we need to get these samples back to the lab. Ensure we'll be able to handle cleaning up the leeches as well as the terramorphs. But Vae Victis is the only solid lead we've got on the attacks. Since you're the only one who knows where he is, can you speak to him? See if you can get him to cough up anything he might know.
You want to come speak to him with me?
Captain, I truly don't. He's already shown he's taken an interest in you. I'll be a lot more useful in the lab right now than I would be grilling Francois. So do you think you could do it?
House says you're locking yourself off from further quests from Vae Victis. Really? So you're saying that if I don't turn him in, then he'll give me more quests? Oh, that's not yet. So there's still time for that? It comes shortly. Okay, so I haven't done that yet. Okay. Not yet, but later. Okay. Do you really think it was him?
Plenty of people out there with grudges against the UC. But he's the only one we know had any knowledge of the Lazarus plant. So right now, it's the only option we've got. Will you
Do you really want more quests from that monster? I don't know, man. Like, I'm...
Good. We'll all meet back at Mast, outside the cabinet chambers. They're gonna want to know everything we've uncovered here.
I want to hear his side before I make any decisions.
Best of luck, Captain. And thank you for dealing with him.
So someone's figured out how to use their terrible
Wait.
weapons. Thought we could learn.
Hold on. This is a little spoilery. I'm gonna warn you guys right now. This is spoilery. But I don't know if I'm ever gonna do this. So I'm gonna go ahead and watch this on stream because I think some of you are in the same boat. This is somebody in chat who just uploaded this. They got to New Game Plus 16. And they got then they got to the lodge, and this is what happened. There's no sound, so I'm gonna have to read it. So you came back after all, thought you were gonna be one of our greatest, but you're just a monster. Sarah, I just got here. Whoever it was that did this, it wasn't me. I'm not falling for that Starborn or whatever it is you are. As soon as we found your artifacts, you were done with us. I should have known. Every chance it came up to take things by force, you put a bullet in someone, you took it. What was going through your mind when you choked poor Barrett to death? He took a chance on you, saw the person you could have been. Dude, it's him. He found an alternate him. I was thinking I was glad he finally shut up. Hello, me. Wait, what did he say? Hello, me, like what I've done Like what I've done with the place? Great, a version of me that's a psychopath? Don't assume. I've been to plenty of universes where I was the nicest person around. But then I thought, why not try something different this time? Now, I wasn't expecting another me to show up, but now that you're here, I can add you to the cleanup work I need to do. Interesting. So I wonder if Bethesda, like, after a certain point, gives, like, random Easter egg timelines. Like, that's, you know, like, apparently that was his New Game Plus 16. Flixer says, aren't you spoiling it for yourself? Why wouldn't you get that same thing if you keep playing? Oh, I don't plan on New Game Plusing it 16 times. Yeah, I don't plan on doing that. I don't even know if I'm going to New Game Plus it again. We're going to be doing a 100% run of the content, which is what we're doing now. But I don't really plan on, like, doing all of that. Yeah. So also, to put it bluntly, I still really don't like, here's the thing. This is the best way I can say it. Multiverse stuff for me is incredibly cringy and I hate it. And I don't use that word lightly. And I know this sounds dumb. And I know this doesn't make sense to a lot of you. But if they had done something like Edge of Tomorrow, or if they, you know, rooted it in some kind of cool science fiction reality, I would have been 10 times more on board with it. So it's the whole reason I would do the New Game Plus thing to explore that content is if I could get on board with it, but I really can't. Like, for instance, somebody yesterday said, they actually sent me a PM and they said, hey, I know that you find Multiverse dumb. So what would you have done to make it not so dumb? And I was like, okay, that's a good question. Like, what would I have done? And, like, for instance, I threw this to them and I'll throw this to you guys too. I think it would have been cooler, because it never explains this in the game. I think it would have been cooler if in the base timeline, somebody found some kind of ancient artifact that's like the armillary. Like, imagine if the armillary is like the action, this artifact would be the reaction. If the armillary was the ship, this other thing would be the anchor. And they accidentally or purposefully, they could explore that in the story, activated this anchor. And the armillary, instead of connecting to different universes, would send that person back to the anchor. And they could make this super cool to where the anchor wasn't activated before multiple people knew what it was, and they were like competing with each other to try to build up the longest amount of jumps back to the anchor to gain the most knowledge to kind of one up the other person. So it's like, that way you're not dealing with multiverse bullshit. It's more of a Groundhog Day thing. And it's like, you could do all sorts of fun stuff with that. So it's kind of like, you know, there's like, kind of like Outer Wilds, sort of. It's still multiverse. No, it's not multiverse. That's the whole thing. It's linear time travel, which is so much cooler in my dumb personal opinion. So, yeah. No. Multiverse. The whole point of multiverse is that there are all these different timelines that exist. And the reason that's dumb, in my opinion, is because it just means you could do anything you want and nothing's a surprise and it's all just there, and it's, you know, there's no constraints on it, so you can just do whatever you want and nothing's really surprising because it's a multiverse. Yay. But the thing that's so cool about, like, linear stuff, take 12 Monkeys, for example, is it makes writers and it makes people that are crafting these things have to set up the story carefully like dominoes. because everything has to have its place and everything needs to connect. And it's so much harder to do that from a literary perspective. Like everything you're doing at the beginning of the game, you have to think about how is this going to influence the whole thing? At the end of the game, how are we going to play back into this? Like instead of just like throwing everything out like a shotgun, it's like a sniper rifle and you have to take every single shot purposefully and accurately. So that's why I don't like multiverse stuff. It's because linear stuff makes it so they have to work so much harder and it makes the reveals so much more meaningful. Because like you get to the end of the game, for instance, and you're walking through frickin' New Paradise and you see at the back, like you're walking to the frickin' subway and you see the hunter standing there, like in one of your New Game Pluses, and you're like, holy shit, he was there the whole time. And it's like, and in multiverse, it's just kind of dumb because you're like, oh, well, he's just chilling out in a timeline, whatever. But in linear stuff, it's like, he's been with us the whole time. This is more meaningful. This is impactful. So it's like, it's so much more interesting to play with that, in my opinion. And again, I do have to, again, stress, this is just my opinion. Like some people, like I hate multiverse, hate what I'm talking about. And they love multiverse. So, you know, it's a flavor. It's different flavors of ice cream. But I will say that I strongly kind of, that's my flavor. My flavor is not multiverse, but like that stuff that really makes writers have to stretch their brain to like make these interesting connections. And the best example I can give you is linear universes lead to situations like Hodor from Game of Thrones, which to this day is such an amazingly cool reveal, in my opinion. That Hodor is a perfect example of what I'm talking about. Like building all of that into a timeline, like that's the stuff that's just like, oh, like this is awesome. Like that kind of stuff. Psyker says, get over yourself. You don't even know what that phrase means when you say it in regard. When I'm sitting here saying it's my opinion and you say get over yourself, you don't even understand what you're saying. Oh, well, how disappointing. Okay.
This was possible.
Wow. It's Bethesda, what brains? Hey, look, when I can play something like this, when I can play this quest, it's clear they can do this properly. Yeah. I've heard you for days harp on this one part of the game. You need some perspective. Again, you need some perspective? That doesn't even make sense in what we're talking about. This is my stream and I'm commenting on something in this game that I feel strongly about. What is, you need some perspective? Again, it doesn't even make sense. What does that even mean? Perspective on what? It doesn't even make sense. You're just like spouting things that you think sound intelligent and it just makes no sense in context. Yeah, but that's just like your opinion, man. Okay, that's fair. That's what I was trying to stress. Yeah. No, you. That's right. No, you.
Got a lot to do before we speak to the captain. Let's talk in mass.
Even when I see it with my own eyes.
Have I tried hitting R? That's true. Maybe it was a typo. Maybe he meant you need some prosciutto. Oh, like the meat? I do. I mean, that's fair. That stuff's delicious.
Captain.
That's
Hello.
fair. The solution is hitting R thrisely. I agree. Probably is. Julia just says, how did you just pronounce that? You are banned in Italy. Julia is a full-blooded Italian, and I think she actually has authorization to ban me from Italy. Did I just get banned from Italy?
Here we go.
How do I say it? How would you sound that out, Julia? Prosciutto? Prosciutto? I don't know how to say that word. I don't eat that stuff enough. Prosciutto? Is it, Lena? Is it prosciutto?
Into orbit now.
Oh god. Oh, it is. It is prosciutto. Like if I were a good FPS player, I would be a prosciutto. Is that how you say it?
You again. You're advised to leave this orbit immediately.
Okay.
The United Colonies will
That's
not
fair.
be held responsible for any harm you suffer by...
Bro, I've already been down there and come back. Like, seriously, get out of here. You got, oh my lord, this man. It's more of a hard T, and you're right. Prosciutto. 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 I feel like to say it properly, I need to make that like that O thing with my hand and shake it while I'm saying it. Is that the proper way? Prosciutto! Prosciutto! No? Prosciutto? Okay. Oh, I got a clap from Julia for that. Okay, we'll take it. I'd throw in a Mamma Mia, but at that point I'm just insulting. Like, and we gotta be careful. There's a line that I need to be careful not to cross here. We don't want to go too far with it. You may hate multiverse in games, but you gotta love the multi-voice of chat. Well said. Well said. What did I do? Why do I have a bounty? What did I do? It's because I have Aurora. I never picked up the Aurora. Dude, some of my best stuff is stolen. At least it used to be. That's weird. Do I have contraband? No, I have a bounty. That's different. It's because I insulted the multiverse? Damn it, is that why? Is it because I insulted the... I'll never speak negatively about the multiverse again. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Todd. Please forgive. I'm sorry. Or was it because I mispronounced prosciutto? I think that's what's happening. It's the mispronunciation. Okay. So no, real talk. What's the best way to deal with this situation, you think? Can I go somewhere to clear my bounty? I think I can go to my, well, if I warp into the atmosphere, are they gonna catch me? How do I do this? Can I go to my base? Isn't there like a bounty clearing thing on my base? Oh no, if I even go here, I can't even like... Do you think that game developers should get feedback from gamers when working on a game? It depends on the developer, and it depends on the game. There are many cases when I would say no. There are many cases when I would say yes. So it depends on the game. It depends on the game and it depends on the developer. Like for instance, early access from Larian Studios is literally having the community help build the game. It is literally taking everything gamers have to say and in some cases just directly implementing it into the game. That's great. But there's other games that I feel like that could have a negative effect. Take Outer Wilds. Outer Wilds is tough and it's rough and it's awesome just like it is. And if there were a bunch of gamers that were like, you need to make flying easier and you need to put in more breadcrumbs to show us where to go and we want a quest log and all this stuff, like that could have ruined the game. So there's something to be said for developers creating their art, and there's something to be said for games where the community is a part of the development. So it depends on the developer and how they want to implement it, really. So, you know, and it depends on the game really as well. Anyway, let's figure this out. So I'm going to set a course to Alpha Centauri and we're going to see what happens. I'm guessing I'm going to get stopped at the gates. Saspy says, play, too much talking. Oh, now that you're banned, you can't watch the stream at all. Man, that's too bad. All right. Anyway, let's go ahead and go to Alpha Centauri. Man, that sucks. Oh wait, we can go to Wolf's Den? Are we getting arrested? Maybe. Go to Neon or Aquila. You can find a terminal to pay off your bounty via the trackers.
Jump complete.
You are entering United Colonies space. Please maintain course and prepare to be scanned.
scan detected contraband on board. Halt and prepare to be boarded. All illegal and stolen goods will be confiscated.
Is that the only reason I have a bounty? Is because I have contraband goods? Let's go over to Wolf's Den first. Maybe that's the only reason I have the bounty. Oh, Wolf's Den is also UC though? It is, but let's try this. They don't scan for contraband when we go in, though. Oh, I know about getting caught. Yeah, I know about the whole getting caught thing.
Must have been a good jump. We're still in one piece.
There's a planet where you can buy shielded storage for contraband. Yeah, I need to get that. Yep.
Like a glove.
Whew. Always a satisfying moment to return to your ship.
I try not to trade in gossip.
Was there
but
something you
have any
need? I hope we have what you need.
Oh, man. Of course, he would be out of money.
I'm lucky to still be
All right, let's
here.
wait for a minute. I'm just going to sit here for an entire day like normal people. That's a thing normal people do. Doo boop, doo doop boop boo doop boop doop boo doop boop boop boo. Got no info on my video that you saw. The guy's holding a gun while I defeated him, and then after I was not allowed to use any weapons the whole game. Plus, when I got to New Game Plus 17, I went to the lodge and I got his gun? Weird, dude. Strange. Have you seen the outrage on Reddit over Starfield's lead designer?
It's
No,
a little
what's going on with
surprising,
that?
isn't it?
The lead
Out here
designer?
on the edge of UC space, but it's just so
I haven't heard anything about
quiet.
that.
May I be of service? Certainly.
And also, Reddit outrage is kind of an oxymoron, but yeah, anyway. Let's see. Oh, I don't have any smuggling stuff. I've got stolen stuff. But I don't have any what contraband do I have? Oh, I did pick up the Aurora. Oh, I didn't think I did. Okay. Ooh. Shattered shock? Wait, what is... Oh, is this a grenade launcher? Damn, dude, that looks amazing. Okay. I'm still gonna use that one. That's fine. Okay, so we got rid of that. I don't think I got rid of the bounty though. Let's go over to Neon and see if we can find the bounty board thing to clear this bounty. Oh, R-dubs. This is probably old news for you in the chat, but I stumbled upon Gary the Prophet organically without even knowing you had a role. How awesome, and loved seeing you in the game. Well, thanks, man. Glad you enjoyed it. CX Celt, were you going to follow that up, or... Are we just wondering? Can you share a link? Just make sure to put a little text with it. Yeah. Okay, I'm assuming I still have the bounty. I do. So let's go to Neon. And we'll see about finding this bounty clearing thing. That's weird. I have no idea how I have no idea how I got this.
Want to challenge your instincts?
So where is it in Neon chat?
It's a dangerous galaxy.
Please state the nature of your medical
Bounty
emergency.
clearing is in the hotel.
Come on your feet.
Oh, I figure refund that. I'm not standing tonight. No. But thank you.
I trust you
Yeah, I'm
put
drinking.
this to good use.
All drinking, no standing. Okay.
If you need help, remember Reliant.
It's in the bar. Big bar? Oh my God, Julia. I love it. What is the Emporium? Yeah, refundo. Thank you.
Eyes on Saburo Academy.
I do not know about you, but I am starting to suspect that Benjamin Bates, clearly the intent is to get us into the Astral Lounge.
Hey,
Are we
Crizzle!
following
Happy birthday, dude. Oh, it's the hotel you just passed. Oh, here we go. Wow, that was easy. Okay, cool. Gideon, thank you very much, bud. Oh. Interesting. Yeah, we haven't done any, like, quests in Neon.
Hello.
Looking forward to coming here and working through that. Do I have a broken bone? Okay, there we go. Old discussion that leads with the same points and just throws a curveball to Bethesda's style of writing and world building. All right, let me see here. Oh, okay. So the short answer is a lot of people on Reddit are extremely angry because they don't think Emil Pagliarulo, I'm sorry if I butchered your name, sir, is a good writer. But weirdly enough, this post says he can write good stuff. It's just the majority of the stuff he writes is not good.